common question is what we're doing with the dogs in the summer, so I will show you in a moment. So right now we have almost 20 degrees in the shadow, and when it's colder so are we even driving the dogs with carts and so on, but now we'll be only letting the dogs run free. We have a big fenced area around everything where we can let the dogs run free. The area is roughly, it's little more than 300 meter of fence around, so I would guess it is roughly around 5,000 square meter, something like that, 5-6 maybe. It's little more than 300 meter if I remember right. And we have all the dogs out. It is one what isn't really comfortable when all the younger ones is making a little bit of trouble, so she walking to the side, and I think she are on the way to be in season as well, because the male dogs have been more interested of her. The whole time when we have the dogs out, so are we here as well. So we are not just leaving them. It's easy, it's being some trouble and so on, and it's being bad consequences when it's so many dogs out as well. And we have, it's a quite flat hierarchy, is it? It's of course some of the younger ones having more respect for the older ones, except from Mirre and Mino. They are two quite tough young ones. They aren't 2 years yet, but they have been testing the bigger ones quite early and are really comfortable in themselves, little too much, so they're causing quite a lot of trouble sometimes actually. But except from them, so is it quite okay, must I say. It's quite easy. I should not say too much, then is it probably being some trouble. But in general, so is it okay. And some guests and so on often people who don't know so much, they're comparing the sled dogs with a pack of wolves and so on, but you can't compare it. It's some things what is really different actually. To begin with, all the dogs what is inside here and so on, I mean, they haven't self-decided to stay here. It's I who choosing who I'm gonna keep and who I'm not gonna keep. So it's need to be, so it's up to the owner, can you say, to decide who's fitting in the team. So you need to read all the signs and so on to make it comfortable and quite okay pack. In the wild, when wolves and so on is out in the nature, if it are a conflict, so either are they fighting or so are they fleeing. And here with the fence around, they can't flee. They can't get away actually. So it will end with a fight, and that fight will end probably with a dead dog. Can it do if no one is here? If it are so. So it's and that isn't fair. Then is it better to actually get the dog somewhere, send the dog somewhere else, and so on. It's not fair for anyone. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for the pack and so on, and not fair for that dog, but the whole time isn't comfortable in the pack. This is a big part what is very important during the summer, to spend the time with the dogs and have them out on this way. It's it's more in the sun, it's more in the evening and so on when it's possible to drive. But it isn't so easy to sit here. It's a few who like to have like I should pay attention to them. But it's nice. I'm glad. It is so we're trying to spend some time with them out, more or less each day. Sometimes it's not really possible, of course, but it's really worth it. You more, you better. It's really worth it. So it's something I really can recommend if you're having a small sled dog kennel and so on. That is, make a fenced area around it. That is, you're getting so much for free when you can have them loose on that way, and it doesn't matter which time of the year. So I think all of us start to be a little bit happy, and so I will start to put them back in the dog yards. Will I finish this for today? So that is one of the things what we're doing with the dogs in the summer. The other thing is as well when we're using the carts and making more like a summer training and so on, and driving with them. But that will be in another video. So now will I only make sure it's water everywhere, and then in a couple of hours will I feed them as well and make sure it's clean and so on. My name is Kim, and it's a small sled dog company in the northern part of Sweden, and I offering sled dog tours and cart tours as well. So I'm doing more or less tours the year round with the dogs.